Hi there everybody, and welcome to another video. On today's video here at DaringBeefcake, I have this Ford Focus. This is a 2011, and I'm gonna show you the location of the fuses. So before I start my video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscriptions do help. And also, if you like the video, then go ahead and click the like button. If you have any questions as well after the video, then go ahead and ask me. However, I'm gonna show you the list of fuses that are shown on the manual, but if you do ask me for a specific fuse, I'll probably won't know the answer because I just can't memorize all the fuses, to be fair. So do have a look. I'm gonna be filming quite slowly when I show you the lists. So if you're looking for a fuse, you can pause the video and then check it out. So let's have a look at the manual and let's see where all these fuses are. So here's the manual for the Ford Focus owner's manual there. And fuse box locations. So what do we have here? Engine compartment fuse box. This fuse box is located in the engine compartment. See maintenance page 190. So we're gonna have a look at that. Then there is a passenger compartment fuse box. It's showing you here that there are a couple of tabs that we need to remove and lower the panel, and there should be a fuse box in there. So it says pinch the retaining clips to release the cover, lower the fuse box cover and pull it towards you, and install in the reverse order. And then there is a load compartment fuse box in the 4-door car. It's gonna be located just there when you open the boot, or if you wanna call it a trunk. Here we are in the UK, so I call it a boot. And it also shows you a little arrow there. So if you have the state version, so the state version is telling you to undo the little holding tab there and then pull that cover out. So slightly different, but in the same place. And now we can have a look at the fuse list here and the allocations and the fuse numbers and whatnot. Also, you can see here lots of relays. These things here are relays, but unfortunately I don't know which relay is for what because it doesn't tell us. So maybe that's something that manufacturers should have included when they first made these manuals. Anyway, so we have here, starting at fuse number 7 to 15, this ABS pump, electronic stability control, heated rear window, heated blower, and so on. You can have a look at that. That fuse, particular fuse there, fuse 13, 30 amp, controls the starter relay, but I don't know which one the starter relay would be. And then we can move on to the next set here, from 16 to whatever the camera can cover, in this case maybe 30. And then from 31 or so on to 39 there. So these numbers here are the rating of the fuses. So you have obviously different rating fuses, like 30 amp, 40 amp, 5, 10. So that's what it's referring to. So if you look at fuse, say number, I don't know, if you look at the horn here, fuse number 20, 15 amp horn. So when you look at number 20, that should be a 15 amp fuse. Occasionally through time, people sometimes put different rating fuses, which you shouldn't really do, because if you put a higher fuse, for example, there, like a 30, and you have an electrical issue going on here, a fire can be started because the fuse is not going to blow. So anyway, I'm sure you know what I mean. And then we'll say you were looking at something like fuse number 20 there. You can look in this diagram here. Fuse number 20 is right there, and then you can go and look for that fuse at the engine bay. So anyway, let's see if we have more fuses here that relate to the engine bay fuse box. Yep, we have from 40 to 48. Electric power assisted steering, body control module, rear wiper, window wiper, headlamp leveling, adaptive cruise control, heated washer jets, electric windows, heated exterior mirrors, and vaporizer. Now, another thing to consider is that if your car doesn't have something like, say, adaptive cruise control, that fuse may not be there. So don't be surprised if some slots are empty. And the other thing is also that in some cars the same fuse could be shared with something else. So that fuse could be there, but not for that particular extra. It could be for something else. But clearly here it's just telling us it's for that. So normally if it's shared, it will have whatever is being shared with. So I think we have maybe an example of that here, maybe not, maybe yes, here. Fuse 19, 5 amps, controls the ABS, electronic stability control, EPS module. So it controls two things. So what's next here? Passenger compartment fuse box. This is what we're going to see. From fuse number 56 to F89. What does it control? So 56, the fuel pump supply. That's quite a good one to know. And then have a look at that. If it says not used, it will probably be empty. And some more fuses on this page. Now, load compartment fuse box. So this will be in the boot. That's why you have relays as well. And then we have the fuses here. So also these are fuses here as well, but they're just of the larger type of fuses. I think there might be a page here where it shows you what fuses you get. And that fuse box has controls the following. Okay, and that's it as far as fuses are concerned. So let's check the physical boxes. We'll start at the engine bay here. So obviously you have to get your bonnet open. There's a lever inside of the car, passenger side in this case. Pull it, bonnet will open a little bit, and then you need to move this with your finger so you can pull the bonnet all the way up, and then you have that to hold it in place. And then you come to the right hand side here, and you're going to find this nice little box, and there is, hang on, there is a couple of clips which we can technically, there. So there's a clip there, and then it's held in by these two here. But once you undo that one, it just pops out. So there's our lovely fuse box there, including a little fly there, which who knows how did it get in there. Maybe it wanted to become a fuse or identified as a fuse. These days anything is possible. And as you can see here, all of these relays are not in place, which means they're not being used for anything. Only these ones are in place. And then we have obviously the fuses, and you will notice that the fuses also have their numbers in there. They're just a little bit difficult to see, but they are there. You can see fuse number 32, 33, 34, 35, or the ones up there, 27, 26 not used, and so on. That was the one we were saying. Fuse number 20 controls the horn, a 15 amp, so that is that one there. And these are the other type of fuses. We have those larger fuses there. And then we have these ones here as well, also numbered. You just can't quite see it, but it's numbered. I can't see the number for this particular one or these ones here, but that's where your manual may come handy. So if we go to page number, whatever it was, 100 somewhere here. So we're gonna have this fuse box. It's like this basically. So that there represents that. And fuse number 10, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 are those ones there. But obviously 3 of them are not being used. And fuse number 46 is this one here. And what is fuse 46? Then you can find on your list. Fuse 46, it's for the front electric windows. It's a 25 amp fuse. 25. So now we can move on to the interior one. So same idea. This is how you can check. I'm just gonna put this cover back on there and then go to the passenger side. And here we are, passenger side. Down to the footwell here. There are these clips here. You sort of press them a little bit and take them out. I think there is 2 of them. Okay, so once you remove those two little tabs, you can actually take this little cover out. And up there is the fuse box. You can see the fuses there. Now it does tell you to press the clips and bring it forwards towards you. I'm not really sure how you would do that. Maybe you have these two clips here and here, and then you can bring this towards you. However, I don't really fancy removing this right now, but you have good access to those fuses there. There's no really need to bring these forwards. There's the fuses there, and the numbers are also there. So you can see the numbering of the fuses. They are printed in white. Maybe they should be printed in black, but anyway, doesn't really matter. That's where they are. So not really a particular one, difficult one to find, to locate. So we can put this cover back on. I'm just gonna do that now. Right, now we can go to the back, check the fuses. So get the boot open, and on the left hand side here you have this little cover. Open it, and that's where the fuses are. And you may notice that the majority of fuses in this case scenario are not even there. I hardly have 4 fuses and maybe 1 relay there. I'm guessing this fuse box goes up a little bit. If you really needed access to anything above, you would probably have to remove this panel here, this sort of carpet here, which I'm sure is not difficult, but that would be provided. That would be really, if you needed access to that. But I don't think there is even any. There's no really more fuses up there. There's just another relay up there, and there's no more fuses down here. So you have access to all your fuses within this section here, which is good. And now we can just fit that little cover back in there. And that's pretty much it, really. 3 fuse boxes in this Ford Focus. Okay, so that concludes our guide on the fuse boxes. One that I always get asked very often in whatever video I make, it's where is the cigarette lighter fuse? Now in this particular list here you can see the cigarette lighter. It says fuse number 61, 20 amp fuse. So fuse number 61, 20 amp fuse is the cigarette lighter and the rear power outlet. And these days the cigarette lighter is seen as a 12-volt charge port, so that would be this one here. So obviously usually we use this for our charging our phones, TomToms, Garmin's, whatever device you're using to charge. And there would be another one in the rear. So that's what that fuse is, and that would be on the interior fuse box, fuse number 61. So fuse number, if you look at this, fuse number 61 is sitting right there. And that's it, really. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that now that I've shown where that fuse is, that would be the last question I ever get asked. Probably I will get asked where is the headlamp fuse, or I have had those questions, or where is the washer pump fuse, or where is the horn fuse. Just have a look at the list. It's all there. If there is one that doesn't exist, then that system perhaps doesn't actually have a fuse, so you may actually need to have the actual system looked at. So anyway, having said that, I hope you like the video, so don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to put a like, and we'll see you on the next video. So thank you for watching.